You just gotta be fast. It's like Silver Surfer, but it's not even that fair. It really isn't fair at all. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man Unlimited. Press enter, I did not. Let's not waste our time in the cutscenes. Try Nitro Man, why not? Let's start with a high note before we delve into the world of rainbows. Never understood the little nitrogen bubbles on his feet. It's kinda strange, but look at the animation here. Pretty nice. Dark green with the light brown just works out. Again, this stage is all about, oh shit, mechanics like Phil mentioned in Jetman. But here you do have time to react. This PP is very slow. And it does give the impression that it's probably gonna blow up or something because it's so big, it's so huge. And that's exactly what it does. It's not, you have enough time to react to it. You don't need a better environment to learn that. It's fine as it is in my opinion. And after that, you get to learn how these platforms work. So you kill the Pippi. There we go. And after that, the platforms, the teaching element is that if you fail like this, no harm done, you are in the first screen. So it works out as a teaching element and now you know, oh, probably wanna be quick about it. And as you climb up, you're just gonna miss that Pippi. I don't think anyone's gonna let go of the up button there. And all of this, it just plays out well, it flows nicely here. Even though it kinda reminds me of the bullshit tele placements in Crashman stage, I think this works a bit better in that regard. So this screen here, if you just, like most people are probably gonna do that, they'll just run to the right, like this. In that regard, the timing is very cute, because as you reach this ladder, you're gonna notice that the nitrogen drops down before you even get there. So if you are faster though like that, you will get hit. And the first time they come on the screen, it takes a bit longer for them to drop down. So inconsistency, so some inconsistencies there. Let's actually make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely a timing issue there. They should always be the same. They should always work the same, no matter if you come on the screen now or later. But as a whole, the room isn't bad. And you can't hit your head on them, barely miss them. So I think it just works out. Not the best design, as it's a bit inconsistent, but I don't think any harm has been done here. Another one of these frogs kinda starts shooting at you right as you get to the screen. But not as bad as some other games. Not even close. So look at the menu here. If I press right here, it goes down and then right. That's extremely cool to see. It's well designed. So you don't have to press down and then right. You can just press right 2 times and it goes to Comet Dash. I should probably showcase the nail shield as well. It's a cool weapon. One of the better shields we have. And it also blocks bullets. And as you hit stuff with it, still stays on. Kind of a dick move to make the nail shield get rid of these platforms. But you'll learn that quick if you try that. But I would have probably made it ignore those platforms. Maybe there's a reason it doesn't. But it's kind of like, oh my god. You wouldn't realize that it does that. And also, one thing that I never knew until like a year ago. You can fucking charge the jet missile. Like holy shit. And if you charge it, it homes on enemies. Like, look at this. Oh god, unless there's a block in the way. Look at that. I never knew that. I don't think the game teaches you well in that regard. I think the animation is there when you get the weapon, but I just never noticed that or never realized that you can actually charge it and make it home on enemies. I never knew that. So even though the animation is there, I just never knew that. I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm a dumbass. So another case of almost making this full jump, but if you try, you'll just die on spikes. So you have to be careful here. Only make a small jump, and that's where the jump mechanics of this game come in handy, because you can make these little tiny jumps, 1 pixel jumps, and that allows for precision in cases like that. So that's why it works well. So I think the introduction to this works pretty well. Sure, you can die, but I'm not sure how. You would need to continuously run off of that platform, and it already looks like you don't want to do that. Look at the reflection from the nitrogen on the foreground. Look at that under me. How that's glowing as well. That's fucking amazing. But I was never a big fan of this mechanic, but it's not bad. It's just very strange. It's hard to position your tippy-toeing. It's hard to position Mega Man when the platform is going up and down that fast. And you just want to be fast here. Well, the teaching element works in the case that the first one doesn't really mean to kill you. It's mean to teach you about the mechanic. There's no spikes or anything, but if you do drop down there, you will die. And Rush Jet, it's the Mega Man 4 Rush Jet pretty much, except you cannot slow it down. So it's always gonna go the same speed. I like it. It's a pretty typical Rush. Coil works pretty well too. Let's see if we can cancel the jump from it, because in other games we've done that. Seems like no. Cannot cancel the jump height. That was a problem in other games we've played. Of course, glue shot doesn't help you here at all. But Jet does, and if you want to use weapons here, of course you can dash up here. So the weapons are pretty well built around this game, and they just come in handy all the time if you want to use them. Let's see if the nail shield helps us here. I don't think it does. Sometimes? No, it really... not really. But I'm not a huge fan of that mechanic, but it's not the end of the world. Mini boss. Pattern, easy to see. I would hope for animations on it. Animate the tail just before it's about to shoot the projectiles out. That would have helped. But it does animate the eyes, although it animates right as it shoots. So it's pretty much just a flare thing. But it's not bad. And you can't shoot the front of it, you have to shoot the tail. Which is not that apparent at first, but you'll learn that. And the other one is here, you have less space to battle him. But it's not too bad, they take so little shots. But this is one of the most bullshit parts of the game. You pretty much have to know the slide, so you don't die to the spikes up there. I spent a lot of time in this part, but it can be done. It's just one of the most difficult parts in the entire game. We might as well get the later ones we're here. You use Comet Dash here to get it. It's easier if you first go up and then come back down here. So basically you do this. It's one way to do it. And you cannot go back. I would have probably hoped that you can, but I'm not sure what benefit that would bring anyway. Ah, gravity. So, even if you make a full jump, you cannot die. It does look dangerous, it does look like it, okay, it teaches you on top of spikes, but you really cannot die while testing this. If you make a full jump, you'll end up here. Even if you don't make a full jump, you pretty much just land up here. So, I think the excessive teaching of that part is not necessary. Very well done part there, I enjoy that. So, break the wall here, which is fun. And let's see if the jet missile comes in handy here. Indeed it does, so we don't have to even align ourselves for the shot. It does take a lot of damage. I would have probably made it take more damage with the jet missile to be honest. Seems like a cool weapon to use against it. Alright. So can't go right. I'm not sure why this is open here. There's no reason for that part to be open. Again, that's a cool room as well. Just have to take your time sometimes. And if you see a bunch of PPs, just run for it. So this is what you have to do to get the letter, so this part is intentionally hard for that reason. Yeah, you don't want to end up there, so you have to make little jumps, unless you use chat again here, if you have it. But yeah, this, there we go, our letter is done. But this part is intentionally hard, just for that reason. And as they should be. It should be a difficult task to get the letters. There we go. Man, frogs are sometimes relentless. My own fault, of course, for running into it. But this positioning is a bit ass, because you end up scrolling the PP back on and on and on. So I would have thought about that positioning a little bit better there. PP was kinda in the way. You wanna kill the frog, but the PP keeps coming at you, so... Again, the right side is empty, but you can't go there. I think the same is for the left side as well. We are dead, and that's one of the unfair spots in this game. I know I said this game is not unfair, but there are a handful of spots like that where the game will just kill you for not knowing where to go. But as a positive note, it's the letter route, so maybe that would be acceptable, but I'm not still so sure. I don't like that. The game should never kill you for those reasons. Not sure how that PP exploded. We just shot it once there. That was weird. Alright.
How can you die from jumping up to a pit?
Well, it's Mega Man. Don't question it. Yeah, that PP is placed extremely bad placement for the PP. Alright, so let's not showcase anymore. Let's actually do it. So you have to be on the sides here. Oh god! With 25 years of experience. There we go. So you have to be on the side here. If you are in the middle, you are dead. And there's no tell here. It doesn't tell you, oh, you're gonna die if you stay in the middle. It encourages you to be in the middle because there's an E-tank. But if you do, well, you're just gonna die. So if you want the E-tank... Oh my god. I would have probably shifted that platform right one tile, because I did not expect to die like that. Okay, new ways to die. I've never died like that before. So this letter part here is extremely frustrating. So let's not die again. Let's take the E-tank via... I see the problem now. You can't even scum that part. Motherfuckerfield, you are an evil doctor. I just realized you cannot take the E-tank with rush jet. Oh my god. I should have like realized that, but I just didn't. Oh, never mind, you can slow down rush, can you? Yeah, it slowed down so little, you can't even... I'm not sure if it slows down or not. Wanna get rid of these canisters first. Now we can get our E-tank. Well deserved. Oh my god. And you don't wanna go down the right side, you'll die again. Well, that's a well-earned E-tank. That felt pretty good getting it. But holy shit. Okay. Oh! Good room there. So here's where the routes merge. Let's see if we can go back. Can we go back and check the other rooms? See if we can do this. Oh god. Oh! We can do this. Shut! Also, I like the PP design because it makes you think. They're not pippies! Makes you think about when to shoot them and when not. I'll call them pippies because they look like pippies. You can also shoot the nail shield out, which is cool as hell. It does consume a lot of power. Oh, you can even... yeah, you can kill the mid-boss like that as well. Without even aiming at it. Okay. Rough room, very rough. But I also just mispositioned myself. I approve of it. It's sometimes very easy to hit these things, like you just look at it and it explodes, look at that. You turn and it explodes. Unless you're already facing that way. So there's something like... Ew! It activates way too easily sometimes, such as here. But with enough precision, I just think you're a bit too close to that one canister there. There's so many of these mini-boss enemies. Think that's a bit too much? Like 3 I can live with. It's probably not even a mini-boss, it's just a big enemy. So here it makes you think for the first time how to take care of these canisters. It's a fair challenge. Also want to time it a little bit. Again, the pibbies irritating us as we try to deal with the frog. And here, same thing pretty much. You just have to know which ones to take out. But you still have jet if you fuck it up. So basically just do that. It does look like you're not gonna make that, but in fact you can. And we are even gonna take the life. I think there's something hidden up at the top left, if I recall. Let's check that. Check with the glue shot, why not? This is where it becomes irritating because the Yoku letters are there, kind of blocking you. Yeah, I hate how the glue shot vanishes if you're too close to this wall. You have to be so precise with it. It's hard to do these jumps, but then again it wasn't meant to be done this way. Would have been cool to be able to shoot it near a wall as well. Yep, there was a bolt there. Alright. Fair jumps. But again, you have to know that part and slide. I think you can make that without sliding, but that's a dead wish. Fair position for the frog. This sometimes gets out of rhythm. I think it depends when you scroll these on the screen. But let's take the E-tank, so we don't have to repeat the stage again. So I sometimes find it hard to beat this section because these get out of sync. Seems like a common problem with these kind of mechanics. But now they are in sync, but I've had instances where they weren't. Alright, more PBs. And here we go. Make sure you don't hit the other canister as you land on the other again. I think this stage overuses this enemy a lot. But it's a fun enemy though, so... There's a camouflage meta, I always take a hit from that because I can't see it. It's probably intentional. Oh, what do we have here? Another one of these motherfuckers. There's just too many of these. I mean, honestly. You could have added a couple of more enemies to the stage, instead of just reusing that same mid-boss like enemy all the time. This gets so tiring after a while. There's just too many of these. But this is the final stretch. And it is a fun final stretch in my opinion. Very, makes your blood boil, and that PP right there almost getting you, you feel like you're gonna get a heart attack. But that's a fun stretch. Here we go. Try Nitro Man, one of the most strangest robot masters for sure. If you end up shooting his head too many times, you will die. I can showcase that, because we are showcasing stuff anyway. So let's shoot the canister. Never seen a boss like this before. So he starts blinking like that. Shoot it again. And 3 times you're dead. Unless the killing blow is on the canister, you will die. So you have to kinda be careful, but you can also use it to your advantage to speed up the fight. He has a good pattern. So you just have to watch where he lands pretty much, and you want to stay on high grounds otherwise. But you just have to learn the timing. It's been so long again, I can't remember how to time this. It'll probably get familiar to us once we spend some time here. But I think the graphic could have been better. For example, the weapon is nothing like that, so the weapon doesn't use these graphics at all. Could have been a bit better graphic for the weapon. It's hard to tell where it's going. Sometimes very hard to distinguish the plane it's in. But as you can see, now that I remember again what the timing is, it's a lot easier. Basically, it's a 2-tile wide attack, and you just want to be out of its way at all times. But yeah, the graphic is the only thing that I'd consider is kind of meh about this fight. It's gonna be a better graphic. Some kind of a, like, it's cool because it's explodey. It fits the theme, but it's not quite there, I don't think. It's not the best looking weapon for the Robot Master to use. It's hard to understand where it is and where it's going. But apart from that, I really like the Robot Master. It's a good Robot Master. He's kind of like menacing because he's so slow. Reminds me of the Halloween movies. Fucking bad guys coming at you slowly, and you're trying to run away from it, and he's still coming after you slowly. That's who Try Nitro Man is. He's just slowly coming after you, and you know if you get hit, you're fucked. It's a fun idea. And now we cannot hit its head anymore. Blinking kinda hard for my eyes, but we all know about my eyes by now. It's a personal problem. Sensitive to blinking lights, it's a bit rough, especially if I do this to myself. But I do like this boss. I'm not sure what else to improve except make his weapon look a bit better. Maybe add another attack, because he just only does this now. He doesn't have any other attacks than this. So maybe throw in some other kind of an attack that he could sometimes do. That would have been cool to see. So it's a bit monotonous at times, especially if you're trying to do a no-miss on it. But I think it works out well. Not bad. Not bad, and even with this dark theme to level, it still ends up looking pretty good. Alright, Rainbow Man. Some of you guys already know I hate this stage. Some people love it. It's a 50-50 deal. Some people love this stage, some people can't stand it. I'm in the can't stand it camp. I absolutely cannot stand this stage. And that, you just get hit by that leprechaun when you first drop down from the left. So unless you pick the right side, you are most likely gonna get hit. And just like Quickman stage, there's no warnings that this shit is gonna happen. So even if you position yourself next to the leprechaun, you're still gonna get killed. This stage is one of the stages where most people spend most of their gameplay time on. It's just very rough. And the stage where the stage fails is that there's two different kind of rooms. The others make you wanna rush, and the others make you wanna think, and you'll never know which kind of a room it is until it's too late. So this room encourages you to think, so that's fine. The landing here is fine, we're not gonna die. So if you shoot it, it changes direction, shoot it again. Now you can pass this section. But you drop down here, can I think? No. I was not allowed to think and now I'm trapped. Time to kill myself. So that's the biggest problem I have with this stage. You're never gonna know which type of a room you'll get, and you just have to memorize it. It's much like Quickman, but it's like times 100. You'll never know what to do. In Quickman I can just drop down and press left, press right, press left, press right. And sure, I've memorized it, but that's the basic gist of it. You just hold the opposite direction every time. But here, you really have to memorize this. You have to be fast. And if you're not, you'll just die. And miss some items because we didn't know about them. That's another thing I don't like. No teaching done here either. But I assume that when I shoot it, it's gonna turn just like the others. And it's gonna kill us. Which, in fact, it does. So this level pretty much says, fuck you. There's no teaching involved, you're just gonna get hosed. There's not much you can do about it. And again, landed on the right side, laser comes out in a second and kills us. There's nothing you can do about that. And because the level is so long, this is the stage where I'd really say that the checkpoint is a problem. Because the stage is so long, and there's just one checkpoint. If you wanna complain about lack of checkpoints, think of a Rainbow Mass stage, please. I mean, I know how to do this stage in like a minute now, because I have memorized it in the past, but that doesn't make the level good. Again, I was too slow, I didn't know what to do, didn't see the laser down there, so again, we have to kill ourselves, there's nothing we can do. Glue works on these lasers and enemies so that it freezes them. I'm gonna showcase that, but for the most part, for me, this stage is just not good. I don't like this at all. It's everyone has an opinion about this stage, and I've seen some people like it, but I just don't fancy it for the reasons I explained. I mean, it looks cool, nice colors and such, but it's a shame in my opinion. There could have been so many ways to improve this. It just ends up being a troll stage. Like, again, you have to be so fast here. Again. So here, again, you can think. But there was no clue about it. You just have to see what the room has to offer. And it just doesn't play out well. So the next room, you're not gonna know, is it gonna kill me? Yes, it is! Oh no, it's not! You can think here. So if you use the glue shots, you can completely jam these like that. It doesn't attack. This is one of the most difficult rooms. You just gotta be fast. It's like Silver Surfer, but it's not even that fair. It really isn't fair at all. So now we made it to the checkpoint. That was all that was needed. Mid-boss? Cool as hell. Check this out. It's a devil. But makes you wanna avoid the laser using that little platform there. Shots are a bit too fast to my liking. They just end up getting you. You can damage boost in order to avoid instant death. But if you're too slow, he will use 2 lasers, so you gotta be careful about that. But there's a lot you can do in this fight, and I do like it. It's a bit hectic, maybe the platform could have been a bit longer for easier time with this. But the longer you spend in the room, the more fucked you are. This platform is done well, because you land on it, gives you time to actually check what's going on. So that I approve of. So that guy's extremely hard to kill, but it's for a life, so I can understand that decision. So that was more like Quick Man, that was doable, I understood what to do there. But again, gotta be fast. So this room here makes you wanna go fast, but at the same time it gives you some time to understand what's going on. But rooms like this, you just have to know what's coming. There's no way to dodge that the first time. So if you want to take the letter, here's your chance. So let's get that first. This part is a bit different, but I think it's not too hard even. But you wanna use the comet dash here again. Get the life with it. Like the underwater part as well. And these lasers, surprisingly, are slow as hell suddenly. There's not much of a challenge here. I'm not sure why suddenly when you get to the later route it's easy as hell. But maybe I'll never understand that. So, Comet Dash is pretty good to use here. It is to my liking anyway. Again, gotta be fast. So there are good, like there's some good in this stage, but man, I do hate it with a passion. It probably shows. I don't like this stage at all. And that's fine if you like it. That's cool. There's our letter K. That's hard positioning again. Because you cannot shoot this leprechaun from here. You literally have to get on that platform. Unless you just skip it like that. But if you wanna kill it for the items, then you cannot do it from here. You have to be next to it. Which is kind of a bad design, if you ask me. They are fun enemies too. So here's where the pods merge again. But we are gonna kill ourselves to check the other route. So that is fine, that's like Quickman standard, but man, the beginning is rough as hell. I do like the leprechaun design. Maybe it's throwing a bit too many coins. But that's their nature, can't blame them. Let's go down this time. So here you can actually think. There we go. Oh, I was expecting it to go up, not down. That goes counterclockwise. Oh, it's the side you shoot it from, I see. That's pretty clever. I understand. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh my god, I hate this stage so fucking much. Shit! At least it has good physics, right? Oh my god. Well, we have the Comet Dash. You can fuck the lasers with it. Uh-oh, I was too slow! No, there we go. Go. This is okay, it's Quickman standard. Uh-oh. Making it. Whoa! Whoa! And there we go. That's the stage. Well, after all that, we're gonna meet a pretty cool robot master, Rainbow Man. His designs is one of the better ones from this game. For sure. His pattern is very cool. Shame that the stage is fucking ass. There we go. So it will become pretty obvious after a couple of passes what he does. But he always does the same thing, he never does any random shit. Even the Omega version is pretty doable, no miss, but I have not succeeded in that. But what a cool robot master, right? Very likable pattern. You could easily mistake this for an official robot master. Again, a bit too much blinking for my taste, but that's just me. But I think this is one of the better robot masters from Unlimited, for sure. I can't find anything wrong with this, honestly. I like everything this guy does. Everything's cool. Maybe he could telegraph a bit better when he starts to run at you. That's the one thing he doesn't do that well. He just kind of waits and runs. But apart from that, I think there's not much wrong with this guy. It's pretty much perfect. Very likable robot master indeed. Yet like there, he could somehow let you know he starts to run. Like raise his arm up or something. That would be cool. So you'd know, but not a huge loss anyway. I'm just enjoying this. Enjoying it at this point. Yeah, it's a cool mechanic. Oh god, I jumped up to it. There we go. It's a cool boss, but the stage is... oh my god, it's just garbage in my opinion. But I'm entitled to my own opinion, right? Oh. If you agreed on what I said, leave a like. If you disagreed, leave a dislike. Catch you on the next episode.